Hello everyone. Hi, it's Michelle Howe today. How's it going? Um, I come on here and there, nothing steady yet, but as the founder of Empath Evolution, I thought I should speak a little bit today about the vibes and what's happening and empathy, empath, healing. All those are topics that I just adore. So, people that are discovering the word empath. They don't necessarily know what it means yet. I have a quiz out there called Are You an Empath? And it's got a lot of questions, basic in some ways, but when you put them all together, it tells a story. And the story is this: when you care, when you see, not only see what's superficial, but you see and you feel what's beneath the surface with people, and you care, that brings you into another level of connection with a person. Now, is this something that everybody does and is natural? No. A lot of people, sure, people care. People say they care. People get involved in situations and share their opinion. But someone who is an empath is going to look deeper at who people are and why they behave the way they behave. And they're going to be impacted when someone is hurting. They're going to want to help them. I'll give you an example. Typical example for me, I was at an event and someone walks in the room, and the moment I catch eye with someone or my attention goes to someone, I know there's something there that I need to do. And yep, it's a spiritual thing. It's about me caring about who that person is. I don't know her. I've not met her yet, but there is an immediate attraction to see her, to talk with her. She needs something. So my radar goes up and my extrovert comes up because I'm not typically really always in that state where I just approach people, but there are times when I do. And lo and behold, she's going through a tough time. Somebody in their family died recently. And this is what the empath does. It just brings that amazing presence to another person in need. I see it as a soul to soul connection with another person. You add, you say, you hold a certain vibe that tells them it's okay. And it's that seamless, you guys. It's that seamless. Now, if you're just discovering this and you've gotten yourself in a little bit of a tangle in different places, whether you're hurting inside, or the energies around you are impacting you negatively, they're too heavy, you have problems within your relationships, you're holding on to things that are painful to you, that is not a fun place to be. You know that. I know that. We know that. And since we really are all one, empaths have the ability to recognize that oneness because we can sense the truth of another person. And there are so many different levels of truth. I mean, people all think they know this, they know that. Well, guess what? When you can't really put your finger on it, but you're sensing and you're feeling something is off, something is off. Now, the question has come into my community many, many times. How do I really help? What do I really do? Well, the most important thing for you to do is to be solid with yourself, is to be in that joyful state and be able to hold that state for yourself. And if you find yourself deviating from that, you clear that up. Sure, there are many ideas on how to clear that up. You don't need anybody out other than you. You can clear that up easily. You just have to know it, want it, intend for that to be the case. And a lot of times it's about knowing where you want to be vibrationally, what that feels like, and then recreating it for yourself, really kind of shedding layers of what's not you. So as you walk through your day, as you seamlessly, or should be seamlessly, move through one experience to another, you can become depleted. You can catch on to things that are not so great. It's like you're moving through and sensing and feeling what's going on around you. The best approach is to have such a strength of who you are that, yeah, it doesn't take you down, but yeah, you're going to be tired. And yeah, you know how to clear it. Let's talk about sensing how you are within yourself already. How strong is it? So the whole topic of self-care comes up so importantly and so huge for empaths, because the moment you are tired, the moment you really don't have the wherewithal to even have a conversation, you're just kind of going from one thing to another, you're not even present. Trust me, you're not even in your body at that point. You're just tired. And that's called burning the candle on both ends. Yep, we all do it. Can this serve you? Typically, no. And a lot of times, many of us have shut down anything that gets in the way of what we want to do. Meaning that if I feel tired, no, I'm not tired. I'm fine. My mind, no, I'm fine. I'm just going to push through this and push through this. Like, we push through things, we ignore things to such a degree that we don't even get those signals anymore that something is off. Do something about this, until the body shuts down. The body, we're so tired, we run into something that really knocks us for a loop. We're not present enough to fully understand where we're at. We're going through the motions. Life is happening to us. And there you go. It becomes this runaway train. And then we become desperate, angry, sad, frustrated. Everything goes off the rails. So I'm telling you this because you don't have to even believe in being an empath to know this happens to you. When you don't have the wherewithal to center and to be within yourself and to find that quiet place, you're going off the rails. Because let me tell you, everything out there is vying for your attention, for my attention. It's vying for us to buy this, buy that. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? Oh, I need your attention here. We need you over there. There's a constant stream of taking, wanting. What about receiving? We're not going to expect anyone to give us anything. We're going to give to ourselves. We're going to make that a priority to receive. I know it sounds alien. Sounds very alien, but we can and we will. We receive when we choose to receive, when we choose to prioritize who we are, what we are, where we're at, how we're feeling. And there's a whole world beyond all the things I'm saying to you today that you can connect with and you can intimately know and understand more fully, that truly are part and parcel of your path. I keep learning every day. I will share in the right forum, but in this forum today to you, it's about taking the time to recognize your energy, your priority, your value, your potential, which is not about burning the candle on both ends. It's about staying settled. Sometimes it's just not even moving at all. You're just looking at life for what it is. Because if you move, it's going to be way too much stuff that you're dealing with. Remember, mental, emotional, physical. You ignore the physical. Most people ignore the physical. Don't. You ignore the spiritual. Most people ignore the spiritual. Why? Because the spiritual doesn't seem as pressing or as necessary or as important, but it's important. And it's as easy as just centering yourself. What is really important in this moment? What have I got going on? What do I need to know? Okay, let's do that. No more, no less. Mental. My gosh, most of us are mental, meaning we're constantly in our mind thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And you know what? The gears start to wear off. It becomes like a craziness in your head, and then somebody else's mental comes into your mental, and then another person's mental, and another person. No, 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 no. The more you step forward into this journey, the more you recognize the beauty of turning the mind off, because the mind doesn't have all the answers. It can plan, it can schedule, it can strategize to a degree. It can worry. It can worry some more. It can lead you into a depression. It can make you anxious. The mind really is overrated. All right. So just keep that in mind and turn that mind off and learn to turn it off in a steadier way so that you don't have too much going on in there. Emotionally, emotions come in waves, and emotions are hard to understand, and they're hard to put together. Our mind goes in there and does the analysis on the emotions and wants the emotions to shut up. But the emotions are a thing in and of themselves. They're energy in motion. They're there for a reason. They mean something. There's some part of you that's usually when we talk about emotions, nobody cares about. I should say nobody cares. Nobody's concerned about joy, and those are amazing emotions, right? We want to be in those all the time. But the truth of the matter is, emotions are always associated with I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm depressed, it's this I don't like these emotions type of relationship. Guess what? You don't get to choose the emotions that you have. You get to help them flow through you and release them. The more you do that, the more you allow that to happen, the less you will be in a state of negative, heavy emotions, because you're allowing things to dissipate. There's always a reason why we are emotionally upset, emotionally imbalanced. Emotions do matter. Now, do we need to be emotional all the time? Does it help us to be emotional all the time? No, no, no. It is a balance. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. You can't go through life emotional all day long. You can go through bouts of an hour of emotions, 2 hours, or a day of I just don't feel right, something is off. That is understandable. So the job for an empath is to learn to ground. And grounding can be done in many different ways, and it's not always an easy thing to do because we like the lighter, finer, higher vibrations, which are higher. Grounding means we have to feel all of everything that's below this chakra, below your heart. We have to ground, and the more we ground, the more we're being realistic with ourselves. So the energies are not all, high and happy, and they're grounded energies. And you'll feel nurtured and you'll feel safe. That's where you want to go. And so the purpose of this recording is to remind you guys of what you already know. You're working with vibrations. You're working with calming down your mind. It'll calm down your nervous system. Acknowledge your emotions without letting them run the show. You don't believe everything that you feel. The world is falling apart and this and this and that. Yeah. No. Emotions need to be respected, but they are not directing your life. You are having emotions. You are having thoughts. You are holding a physical body. You have a spiritual connection. You are none of those things individually. You are the observer of what all that is. Okay? So I know this is a lot of things wrapped up into one, but I really wanted to pop on here today quickly and share a little more with you. If you're not familiar with Empath Evolution, look me up. We're online, become a subscriber. We have a community on Facebook. Um, there are programs already recorded. You're certainly more than welcome to take a look or to schedule a free awakening session with me just to get an idea of where you're at and where you're going. All right. It is a spiritual path to be an empath. You are connecting with energies of other people, but most importantly, you're here to connect with yourself. And when I say yourself, I'm not talking about the professional you, the parent you, um, the child you. I'm talking about yourself as a spiritual being. What you're here to do, what you're here to share, what you're here to learn. None of us came with a book that told us what to do. We're all learning. And that's the point of all my teachings and all my programs, is to awaken the empaths that don't know they are empaths. Many of them are struggling because there's a lot of, the empath's role is that of a healer. The empath can feel the pain of other people. And if you're not paying attention to what this can do, you will get sick physically, mentally, emotionally, because the journey is yours to become more so connected to your soul. And yes, you can help other people, and yes, you will, and you are helping other people, but first help yourself. Okay. I hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon.